What's up, class? How we doing today? How's everything going? Funny story. I was talking on this example the whole time, and come to find out I wasn't even recording. So I had to do it again. All right, so scene, cut to, restart. So don't mind all the scribble scrabble that I did. I'm gonna pretty much redo everything that I just said. Kind of sucks. I guess that's the whole thing when it comes to recording and whatnot. You know, when you're kind of doing it solo, gotta make sure you hit the red button, right? So look, we have an example here of a gentleman, 47 years old, a wife, and 3 kids. All right, and we're having a wonderful conversation together, and I'm like, look, debt-free by 2020. Your vision, your purpose in life will be so clear. You'll be dancing with the wife, all right? We're going to be doing the salsa, okay? We're going to be, okay? We're going to be, standing tall and enjoying life and doing our thing, serving God's will that He has for us, fulfilling everything in life, all right? We just got to get through the obstacles, which is the debt, okay? And for a lot of people, this concept can be unfamiliar, okay? You're getting into unfamiliar territory, right? It can be unbalanced. You can feel a little unbalanced sometimes, right? I don't know, man, the numbers don't make sense, or I get it, but I don't get it. Until you show me my numbers is when it'll work for me. Listen, keep watching the videos over and over again. At some point, it's going to click, all right? Everyone's going to have that light bulb moment at different times, okay? It might be a video I made way back, or it might be today's video, tomorrow's video, right? That's why I always say, listen, if you're a first-time viewer watching this for the first time, you gotta go all the way to the beginning, okay? Especially if you do not know what this concept is or how it works or anything like that. Start from the beginning, work your way up. The videos get better and better in terms of audio and quality, okay? Hey, 2 months in, give me a chance to grow, right? So look, we're gonna dive into this scenario here. We're making $4,300 a month. Our expenses are $4,000. Our debt is $75,000. Cash flow is $300. So the first thing is, okay, my cash flow is not that high. I need to work on that, especially if my income is way up here, right? We gotta bridge the gap, so to speak. So let's figure that out. Of the expenses, over $1,700 just goes towards debt payments every single month, right? And on top of that, he's got about $700 or so that's going towards savings and investing. So all this money is leaving him, right? And I simply want to redirect the same money back to me, right? And I know that might seem unfamiliar, right? Because we're so used to what everyone else is doing. And we're so used to everyone being in debt and everyone living paycheck to paycheck around us. Doesn't matter how much money we make. At this point, if you're making 10 grand, you're spending 10 grand, you're paycheck to paycheck, right? So it doesn't matter what income level, right? I know a lady making 100 grand a year, damn near spending all of it, and then what's left over leaves her, goes in investments accounts and hopes and prays for returns. Meanwhile, we got all these expenses we got to deal with and all the debts, right? So I know it can be a little tricky, right? But it's just like the people of Moses, right? When Moses took them out of Egypt to save them, to get them to freedom, what did they have to do? They had to cross the desert. They had to cross an ocean. How do you do that? To get to freedom. right? So when they were presented with the opportunity to be free, they said, okay, cool, let's go. Let's get out of here. It's bad. Egypt, they're killing us, they're raping us, they're torturing us, they're starving us to death, they're working us to death. Let's go. Now we're in the desert. We're doing the example, right? We're working the motions, right? Okay, we're doing it. Now we hit a block. Oh, I don't get it. I don't get the chunk. I don't get how to get a line of credit. My credit's bad. My this is bad. My pa. You know, everyone's giving me an example why I can't get, you know, my debt weapon, and, you know, it's hard, and yo, same people, right? You're in the desert. It's hard. It's hot, right? You got an army chasing you, right? The Egyptians, they're chasing the people. They hit a block, the ocean, right? And now they're yelling at Moses, right? Or in this scenario, now you're throwing questions at me. And they're like, Moses, man, why did you take us to the desert to die? Right? Why did you bring us here? We should have stayed in Egypt. What? So Moses is like, what? What do you mean? I just saved you from death. And you want to go back to what's familiar? Just because we hit a blockade, an obstacle? And I'm simply telling you to have faith in achieving the results that you want and believe that this will work for you, right? So what happened? These people had to believe, right? And what did Moses do, man? Boom, laid the staff, the waters split, the people went through, they finally got it, they had faith, they walked right through that ocean to freedom. Now they had that promised land. Bam, they're there. Free from slavery, from persecution, starvation, rape, murder. Same thing today. You don't think you're in slavery when we're dealing with all this debt? My friend, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. It's the same thing. It's the history repeats itself. It's just in different forms. All right, we're just in a modern day, right? Modern day slavery, okay? You're Hispanic, you're black, you're being targeted, whatever it is, man. We got to conquer it. We got to get over it, all right? So let's handle it. Let's figure this out together. You know, please, with the questions, I love them, but you got to spend time on the channel. You got to go through every scenario. There's a reason why I'm doing this daily, okay? There's a reason to it. There's a method to my madness, okay? Every scenario I target differently, right? So in this case, instead of me going over, timeline, like how quickly I pay off a debt, I'm going to focus more on this gentleman as to how we got our numbers, right? And then how we use the numbers effectively, okay? So when we redirect our savings and investings, that gives us $700 of cash flow, okay? Added to the 3 that he already had, we're looking at about $1,000 cash flow, okay? He has 10 credit cards in his name, all got debts on them. Now, $850 we can pay with credit, right? So add that to the cash flow. The first credit card that we're going to tackle is the highest credit card that he has. He owes $6,000 plus on it. The monthly payment is $188. Okay? Total the numbers up. $2,038 is our first chunk. That $2,000, he has the money. Before he met me, he was saving and investing, right? So that savings probably in a checking account, savings account, under his mattress, wherever it's at. And then the other $100 or so investing, we're just redirecting it back. So the money's there, right? So I'm going to take that money and I'm going to put it in the line of credit. And I'm going to satisfy the month's payment. I'm going to push the due date out. I'm going to cut off the interest rate. Okay? And I'm going to use the same money. Okay, this is where we get confused. I'm using the same money, not extra money. I'm using the same money to pay my bills. And the cash flow stays in. Cash flow stays in. What else happens in that same month? He's going to collect another $4,300. Do you see how quickly we can kill debt by doing this? All right. So let's just say out of all the 10 credit cards, we do the same concept every single month. We're reviewing the numbers. Okay. We're not necessarily budgeting. We're just reviewing the numbers. How much did I spend here? How much did I spend here? How much cash flow do I have now? Okay, this is my new chunk. Right? To make it real easy, every time you kill a credit card or you kill a certain debt, whatever that debt payment was gets added to your cash flow. At the same time, you got to minus that debt payment that you're no longer making from your expenses. So expenses go down, cash flow goes up. See that? Oh yeah. So look, we wiped out all 10 credit cards. Our new cash flow is going to be $1,600. Okay? $1,600. Why? Because $600, right, from here was all credit card payments. So we wiped them all out. Okay? Cash flow goes up. And at this time, after I've killed about $20,000 in credit card debt, what am I going to do? I'm going to go get an unsecured personal line of credit from a credit union, a bank, not-for-profit bank, wherever in my area. I do my radius, I do my research. Don't tell me you can't find a line of credit. Don't tell me I can't get approved. Don't tell me that it's hard. I know it's hard. Okay? That's the whole point. It's supposed to be. That's part of life. Okay? But when you do your homework and you do your research and you know your numbers, right? You make the process a lot simpler. Okay? When you follow the strategy, we're going to get there. Okay? So in his situation, at first, he probably cannot get a line of credit. He's got too much debt out. So we're drastically lowering the debt. At the same time, our income's going to go up. Right? Can he get a dollar raise from me? Sure he can. Right? He knows what the hell he's doing at his job. He's an engineer. Been doing it for, what, 15 years? A lot of years. Okay? He's got experience. On top of that, he's done many other things in his life to have this professional stance. So there's no reason why he can't get that increase in income. So we get the line of credit after we've killed 10 credit cards. 10 grand, let's say we get. Our new chunk number is $6,600. How did I get that? I did 2/3 of the 10,000. 66%. 2/3. Our cash flow is $1,600 a month. When you times that by 12, that's a much higher number than 10,000. So that's another reason why I didn't go off cash flow. In some other examples, you notice how I go off cash flow to determine chunk. Well, when cash flow is really high, now I just go off whatever the line of credit amount is. This also gives me cushion. This also prevents me from over leveraging my line of credit. I don't want to take the whole 10 out and now I'm over leveraged. Okay? So we do 66. Being that our cash flow is so high, would you agree it's going to take a lot? It's going to be a lot quicker, a lot faster to zero out the line of credit to make the next chunk, right? So we've removed the 10 credit cards, right? Now we're at the 2 auto loans and the personal loan. So the first thing we're going to hit is one of the cars and get an immediate cash flow of $438. We're going to make a chunk. In his particular situation, it's going to take about 2 chunks to kill one car, and then it'll be like 1 chunk or so to kill the second. Because, would you agree, as you're targeting one debt at a time, you're also paying your bills, right? You're still paying your bills. So all those debts are also lowering. Not as quickly as the one that you're focusing on, but still they're lowering. They're going down, right? So for him, 66 is our chunk. Throughout the process, as you see, I wrote 15, 20K. What that basically means is every 4 months or so, I'm going to call my line of credit and say, yo, I need an increase in my line of credit, please. Be nice, all right? Build rapport with the lady, with the guy there. Okay, they'll work with you. I'm telling you, it's a human being. They'll work with you. So as he's killing debt, he's also increasing the line of credit, increasing his cushion, right? Lowering his risk and leverage, right? Now, when we have a line of credit, we have the ability to dump all of our income back into the line of credit, which completely offsets interest from accruing on the line of credit itself. Okay, so 6,600 chunk, $4,300 goes in to the line of credit. Expenses come out. I didn't have a number because, you know, a year from now or so, his expenses are going to be much different. I know guaranteed his expenses are going to be $600 less because we eliminated $600 of debt payments, right? So whatever his expenses are, minus 6. So, you know, if you want to be safe, just do the 4,000 minus 6. Boom. $3,400, $3,300 or so. Now, what happens after we've gone through this whole process of eliminating both cars and the personal loan, which would take us to a timeline him and I were, figuring out. Take us to a timeline of about November of 2020. November 2020. That's freaking cool. This guy is now 49 going on 50. We removed $1,700 of debt payments, adds to the cash flow. So our ending cash flow is going to be $2,765 a month. That's well over, that's $33,188 a year, okay? Once it's all said and done. And I didn't invest in any product or service to get me there, to make me more money. Doesn't mean I can't do it, but at the same time, why risk all that money when we can just focus on eliminating debt and releasing all that stress, right? Like I want to dance, right? As soon as I kill debt, that's my attitude, right? So this guy's going to be 49 and, just doing the salsa, and he's like, dancing with the wife, and she's excited, he's excited, and the kids are happy. Everyone's happy, right? We've gone to the other side. We crossed the ocean. We're debt-free now. What do we do once we're debt-free? What do we do in the process of becoming debt-free? We got to figure out why we're here, purpose in life, where we're going, where we're headed, right? And 4 major questions. And then we got to allocate this money, right? We've got to make it work for us and double, right? And triple and quadruple and just secure wealth, leave a legacy behind. It ain't too difficult, right? Gotta get your fantasy league in order. You got to know where you're getting your information from. Okay? So if you're reading stuff from Joe Schmo from New York Times, listen, he don't know you. Or she don't know you. Okay? You gotta really narrow in. Find people that speak the same frequency that you're on. Right? Like, listen, I'm a Christian, I do this, I do that, or I'm a scientist, or I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer. Listen, that's your thing. You should be hanging out with other highly successful lawyers, doctors, engineers, scientists, right? And getting their perspective on how they use money, okay, and see and compare it to what we're doing here, right? Because this strategy, right, velocity banking, it's going to be with you for your whole entire life, right? Don't think it's just for paying off debt. No way. No way. You can use velocity banking to make an investment in your industry effectively by using the bank's money or using equity from a property, right? Or using cash value from a life insurance policy. Those are your three avenues where you can literally flip money. Those are your three avenues: insurance, banking, and real estate. Okay, so in real estate, it's the equity built inside of the property. You can pull it out, get this HELOC, right? You get that line of credit. You can do whatever you want with that money. You don't have to put it in another property. If your thing is crypto, right? If your thing is stocks, dude, you can put it in the stocks, right? Make a profit as long as you know what you're investing in. Strip that money back out, pay back the HELOC, take the money out, do it again. And the difference is the profit. So now we're talking profit in terms of investing using velocity banking, right? Is how much does it cost me to borrow the money? How much am I going to make on the investment? Do the math. Oh, it offsets. It's like I didn't pay anything because I made so much over here. Same thing with in personal lines of credit and credit cards. If I take the money out to go make an investment in my business, in my product, okay, I'm going to get X return. And once I pay back, zero out the line of credit card, boom, do it again. Life insurance, it's a little bit different. Okay, what's nice, when you take money out of your cash value policy, making sure that you have a correctly designed policy. Okay, got to make sure. You take the money out. Okay, you go invest in a property, or you go invest in your product or your service or your business. Okay, this earns interest as you borrow money out and put money back in. It still earns interest. Okay, so that's a bigger advantage there than when you borrow from lines of credits and HELOCs and things like that. Now, you still need all three. You want them all. You don't want to just be exclusive. You want them all. You want to leverage all that debt. So we went from paying off debt to now getting us in a position where we're leveraging debt, either in banking, in insurance, or real estate. Either one you go, make it your obligation to secure wealth for your family, leave a legacy behind. Okay? So I hope that was clear. I hope you liked this different design. Every day I'm trying to change it up for you, and make it fun, make it exciting, put a little story in it. I hope you liked the little story that I did in the beginning, right? And for this gentleman, we're going to be good friends. He's given me the privilege and the honor to throw his numbers on the board for all of you to see and get your own idea of how you can be doing this. Okay? And another thing I'm going to start rolling out is I'm gonna start doing live video calls every week, like 5 to 10 people, small group settings, because I'm getting a lot of forms submitted, and this will be great for us to, you get to have me live, you get to ask me any question you want. We'll go in order, one person at a time. Ask a question, comment, concern, suggestion, right? And we just keep it flowing, and hopefully your question will answer 4 other people's questions in the same room, right? In the same video call. And that'll be great, right? And for people that have already committed to this mission, I also want to, give a shout out to the 14 loyal contributors so far that give money to this channel to make it work and succeed, to give me the opportunity to throw more and more numbers on the board, right? And really take the time necessary to invest in you, right? So that we can get you to a much better level. We take you from building so that you can contribute back, right? So that you can contribute back to this channel or to your church, family, wherever, right? So I want to thank those people that have made a contribution. Love you. It's amazing. So I'm so appreciative of it. If you want to get in on this mission and be a part of it, you can contribute as well. I'll have a link below. You can check out my Patreon page and really just hop on this journey. It's amazing. We're gonna help over 100 households this year. Really narrow in. Get the strategy right. Okay? So thank you so much. Have a great day.